So if Wi-Fi cuts out, my apologies. But yeah, like I was saying, everybody, there's a huge storm happening right now, but I definitely wanted to continue where we left off yesterday, shifting a paradigm. So this Saturday, this Sunday, 10 a.m., make sure you RSVP to the free webinar. We're talking about the power of our thoughts and also clarity of the mind, and just going a lot deeper about the importance of our mindset. So, and also tomorrow at what do you call it? Um, so funny. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern, very powerful call. Reach out to me. You want access to that. I'm connected with some very successful people. And if you want to elevate your life mentally and just in real life, make sure you just reach out to me for access to that to qualify. All right. I only have 2 slots, first come, first serve. If you want to think about it and think about it and think about it and stand still, that's on you. All right. Blessings to everybody. So let me share my screen real quick and I only have a few minutes here. So sorry, Instagram. All you'll do is hear what I'm sharing. And again, if it cuts out, that means the storm cut the Wi-Fi off, okay? And also I got a call in the next 14 minutes. All right, so let me share my screen and let's continue where we left off.
I had a little room to myself. I had a shower. I had a shower going over and I had a shower coming back. The floor is heated when you get out of the shower. This is at 35,000, 40,000 feet, going a few hundred miles an hour. Long ways from where. Last week I flew to Dubai on Emirates, and I had a little room to myself. I had a shower. I had a shower going over and I had a shower coming back. The floor is heated when you get out of the shower. This is at 35,000, 40,000 feet, going a few hundred miles an hour. Long ways from where the paradigm was changed by the Wright brothers. The whole world believed we couldn't fly. They went through logic. Logic has changed. The world believed that you couldn't get to the top of Mount Everest. I had the good fortune of working with Edmund Hillary on 2 or 3 occasions. The only difference in him and anybody else is his size. He was a big man. He's gone now, God bless him, but he changed a lot of paradigms. Your paradigm also controls your ability to earn money. That's right. When you change your paradigm like that, your income starts to change. You see, you should spend everything you've got and all the time you've got to really get in and understand this concept of paradigms, because it'll change your life. Now look at it. You're boxed in the way you are. There's actually a box around all these areas. You try and you try and you try to get more out of the day. You try and earn more money, but we're boxed in. We're boxed in. And I don't care how hard you try, you hit those walls. And next month will be much the same as this month. I could go to any sales manager and I guarantee you, just go on your computer and they will tell me what any one of their salespeople are going to do in August. And they won't be far off. They can predict what the sales are going to be. Why? Because people don't change much. You don't change much unless you understand paradigm. And then you can change anything. Now look at it. When you decide to change the paradigm, at that moment, watch, the walls come tumbling down. That doesn't mean anything changes, but now it can change. And I want you to just imagine how your entire life will change as you begin improving any or all of these areas. My goodness, I watch people and the change is enormous. Imagine, the change can be huge. The change can be huge. And here's something else. When you change the paradigm, the change is permanent. I have never gone back. Never gone back. I keep going ahead. I keep earning more. I keep having more fun. I keep becoming more productive. Think of it this way for a moment. Let's suppose you just mastered the use of your time. You managed your activities. When you wake up in the morning like that, you're productive. You really get things flying. Have you any idea that was the only thing you changed? How much more money you'd earn? It would be enormous. You know all you need to do? All you need to do is make a decision. It's so simple and so misunderstood. Now, of course, you're going to be laughed at by almost everyone. When you tell them that you're involved in this program or you're going to do that, they'll laugh at you. I like what James Cooke said. He said, do just once what others say you can't do, and you'll never pay attention to their limitations again. Just do once what others say you can't do. I really don't pay any attention to what anybody tells me when they tell me I can't do something. I know I can. Now, I'm going to take you through a process here that it's earth-shattering if you really understand it. I want you to let that represent you. Now, the X represents, that's the algebraic equation for the unknown. Everybody has a paradigm. Everybody. I've got one. And when you change it, then you've got to change it again. You're forever upgrading it. You see, your spiritual DNA is perfect. You were created in God's image. You've got phenomenal potential locked up within you, deep reservoirs of talent and ability that you can bring to the surface. We're going to say the paradigm represents X. The paradigm controls the vibration that this thing is in. The body is a molecular structure. It's a mass of molecules and a very high speed of vibration. Your body vibrates so fast, it appears to be still. If you had a Curlian photography or a Curlian camera, you could actually photograph the energy leaving the body. Your body's in a very high speed of vibration, and the vibration dictates what you attract into your life. What kind of thoughts do we think? There's a power flowing into our consciousness. We can think anything we want. We think thoughts that are in harmony with the paradigm. Now, I want you to listen really carefully. The paradigm controls the vibration. On a conscious level, we say the vibration is feeling. Somebody says, how do you feel? You say, I don't know. I don't feel that good today. Now, what they could say is, I'm consciously aware that I'm in a bit of a negative vibration. Or if they say, I feel phenomenal, they could say, I'm consciously aware of being in a very positive vibration. We choose thoughts that are in harmony with the paradigm because it doesn't upset the apple cart. It keeps us in the same vibration. Now, people are in a vibration that's giving them results they don't want, but they're comfortable in it. That's what you call the comfort zone. They're thinking thoughts that are in harmony with what they're doing. They may not like the results, but they feel comfortable. Now, there's a process. We're going to go ahead. So watch this for a moment. Now, that was called bondage. This one's called reason. We're going to say a why idea comes into the conscious mind. Now, somebody may be giving you a why idea about how you could change the direction of your life right now. I'm giving you one right now. I'm going to ask you to make a decision. It's a why idea. Some people have a why idea. My brother-in-law, when he was in his early 50s, he had built 3 safety supply companies for other people. He had run them and built them. An opportunity came for him to buy a small safety supply company. They were scared. My sister and my brother-in-law were scared. They were in their early 50s. They mortgaged their house. They took all their savings and they bought this little company. They were scared stiff. I said, go for it. Well, today that company's a multi-million-dollar company. They're sort of semi-retired. Their son and his sons run the company. It's operating all over North America. Very successful company. See, it was a why idea. Now, many people entertain why ideas. I get a why idea. Maybe I'm going to move to another city. I get a why idea. I'm going to buy something, buy a new car. I'm going to quit my job and start a business. That's a why idea. As long as the idea remains in the conscious mind, everything's cool. Nothing happens. Yet when you get emotionally involved in the idea, when you go to act on it, that all hell breaks loose. Now let's look at this. Here we are here. The why idea is impressed upon the X-type energy. You move into what's called an XY vibration. A barrier comes bouncing up. We call a terror barrier. Worry, fear, and anxiety strike, and like that, you're right back where? Into bondage. That happens at warp speed. You've got to realize you're dealing with the central nervous system, the most complex electrical system known to man. And that's what you're dealing with. When you get onto a track that you're not in harmony with, everything goes crazy. This is what Joseph Campbell says. That cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. You should never, absolutely never ask someone else what they think you should do unless that person has already done what you want to do. Go to the experts for advice. Somebody asked me, should I mortgage my house and buy a business? I say, is that what you want? Then go for it. Because I'm going to tell you, I would not want to be real old, tied in a wheelchair or in a crib bed. My mind is sharp as a tack, but my body's spent. Looking back over my life saying, gosh, I wonder what would happen if we had done this. I wonder what would happen if we had done that. I wonder if I had listened to Proctor that time then. I saw him on the computer. I wonder what would have happened. If only I could, but you can't. Wouldn't it be much better if you ended up there at the end of the road, reliving all those beautiful moves? What do? Look it. When you want to do something, you know that terror barrier is coming up. When you want to do something that you've never done, when you're going off into a space you've never been before, crash right through that terror barrier. Just go zingo, right through. Now, when you do that, does that eliminate the fear? No, it doesn't. But at least you know what's causing the fear. You see, you've got to go where you've never been. Steve Jobs put it very well. You cannot connect the dots looking ahead. You can only connect the dots looking backwards. The people that make it, they're going into the unknown all the time. Now, if you're following someone who really knows what they're talking about, I really know what I'm talking about when it comes to this subject. I train psychiatrists in this. I train managers in some of the largest companies in the world. I've helped, I don't know how many people become very wealthy. You've got to go through that terror barrier. And when you do that, everything beautiful starts to happen.
All right, so let me stop sharing. That was a little longer than I expected. I had more than I expected. So just wanted to share a little bit of that. I have 2 pointers to make before I leave. You don't change unless your paradigm changes. So, you know, if you missed the last one, watch the other one where what a paradigm is. But basically, you don't change unless the paradigm changes and your results don't change. So, and use of time. This is interesting because it's, you know, I am really being conscious of the time I spend and what I do each day. So your paradigm controls what you do with your time. You can't manage time, you only manage activities. What activities are you doing throughout the day? Every day basically shapes your future, your tomorrows. So I can go on and on about that, but also shapes your ability to make money and your ability to grow as a person. So very, very powerful. Reach out to me if any of this connects with you, but join the free webinar this Sunday where we're talking more about our thoughts. All right, got to hop on a call, and hopefully this is a, you know, very, very impactful for you and just brought some type of insight. Much love, blessings, everybody. I'll catch you next time.